Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the first ever NotPedals live drop. We've just got some technical issues we're ironing out here, of course, as you do. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there for last week. I think that's the same in the US. Good evening, wherever you are watching from. I think we have one or two people in the room with us now. If you are, say hi in the live stream. I hope it's working. Today, of course, the inaugural first ever live stream celebrating the amazing Berserker Electronics, the Moldy Peach, the beautiful Royal Fuzz Moldy Peach from Berserker Electronics, limited batch as per usual for all of our drops. Am I popping a little bit there? Of course I am. Can't help myself. It is a limited batch. The VIP early access has just gone out. Those animals, absolute animals you are, getting in there first. Congratulations. What are we doing here? We're live streaming the drop. We're going to announce the sales as they go, and we're going to keep you abreast of the drop. There we go. Assume I'm human, not a kind of you. Yeah. You're welcome, Ammo Can Ant-Man. I do assume you're human. I will assume you're human. Of course I will. Today we've got a chat coming up, which I'm going to put on soon with the fantastic James from Berserker Electronics, where he will talk about the Moldy Peach. Let's quickly check in now on the sales. Oh boy. Okay, the first sales are rolling in. Quicker than I thought. It is a limited batch. As soon as it's sold out, I will let you know. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Sale, sale, sale. I think this one's going to sell out quicker than I thought. Congratulations to the early buyers, the VIPs who are in there, getting that first batch. I hope you can all hear me clearly. Chat. If you can't, please say something. There we go. Cheese. I prefer moldy cheese. Of course you do. How does this work? Basically, it's a regular drop that we've been doing for about the last 8 weeks, where we have a very limited batch of Look at that. I got deeply into A&W root beer in Canada. I was recently in Canada. Beautiful country. Beautiful people. Absolutely obsessed with that stuff. Have you got that where you are? Jump into the Zoom room if you want as well. We've got the Not line open via the Zoom link in the chat. Yes, good audio. Thank you so much, Greg. Can I like that? Yeah, I don't know if I can. Sorry, Greg. I do like that in real life. Moldy Peach. James from Berserker built this limited batch version in this beautiful gold hardware purple colorway just for the drop. Never to be repeated. You can't get it again once it's gone today. So we're doing the normal drop. We'll have the chat with James coming up soon as well, where he will divulge some behind the scenes information. Stay tuned for that. It's a very good chat. I will let you know when the batch has been exhausted. And we're going to take some callers on the Not line, which is... Yes, there we go. YVW, thank you so much. Trying to use the code. Well, code should be working. Let me check. Have we run into our first technical difficulty? Maybe we have. Let me have a look here. Code says invalid. Let me try that again. The joys of going live, people. Should be working. If you're having trouble with it, maybe try refreshing the page. I will be there's a batch saved for the VIP early access. So the VIP early access has access to the whole batch, but we usually keep a little bit for after the VIP early access in case it goes absolutely nuts. But we've got sales coming through, so it should be working. Give it a try again. Isn't working. Oh my god. Of course the code isn't working this morning with the first live drop. Let me just have a look here. I'm just resetting that there. It seems to be working for me. What are my people saying? Make sure there's no spaces, of course. Make sure there's no spaces, people. You know that. You're not idiots. All capitals, yes. We're just having a little kick around the back end here, making sure that the code works for everyone. Jesus, I just got a message this morning about some more UFO stuff. They're going crazy with this stuff. There's so much stuff coming out about it. Okay, there we go. Confirmation, the code is working. Other people are buying. So, maybe refresh the page. I know that's the worst advice someone says to you, just refresh the page. But we've got sales coming through, so it does seem to be working for all of those. Would you rather, those people who are having issues with it, do you want me just to, shall I remove the password? Everyone else isn't getting the notification for another 5-6 minutes anyway. I can remove the password early. Okay, I just got another email. Another one gone. So, it seems to be working. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm so sorry. Maybe try refreshing it again. I've just done a check on my end. It's all working. Just got a message from a friend saying they got one. So it does seem to be working. My huge apologies to anyone who's having trouble with the code. There is still pedals left. It hasn't gone. They are selling quickly. I'm just going to do a little reboot here of the VIP code, and let's see if that kicks things off. So we're not struggling with that on our first live stream, which is exactly what you want. The link to the Zoom room is open. If anyone is interested, you can call in. We've got, oh my goodness, lots of chats. Oh my goodness, we've got UFOs, we've got aliens maybe in the chat. Make sure you're typing it clearly. Let me make sure as well. Let's see who we've got there. Alrighty. We're going to bring in a caller in a second, I think, and see what they've got to say, potentially about Password Gate, which is what we're calling it now. Anyone else had success? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sales are definitely kicking through, so it's working for some of you. Again, big apologies to anyone it's not working for. The VIPs, we don't want to treat our VIPs like this. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Now, we've got a cult fan. Can you turn your camera on for me? A cult fan in the room. We're going to bring you on. And hopefully you aren't muted. A cult fan, are you there? Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Maybe busy buying a pedal, as many of you are. In a couple of minutes, we're going to be joined with the live chat from James at Berserker Electronics, who will be talking to us about the pedal, pedals at large, and other such things. Okay, a cult fan, you are not joining us. You are gone. If you want to come back, we'll choose someone else from the Zoom room. There we go. Drop is kicking off a lot quicker than we thought, to be honest. That's great. Supporting James, supporting Berserker Electronics, supporting small builders. There's still plenty in there. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. They are flying off the shelves. It is about to go live for the general public. If you've had problems with the VIP code, I apologize. I'm only human. We will absolutely look into that. Another one, Brad. Congratulations on scoring one. I need a sound effect for the sales, don't I? I was going to get a real bell. There we go. Now, chat. Let me check in on the live stream chat. Oh, let's try a different password gate. What are we going to do? Okay, it's live now for all. Try again, VIP people. I am managing the live chat, the stream, the batch, the updates. I don't know how I'm doing it all. My lord. Get in the Zoom room. Do I need to put the message in again? A cult fan, we had you in there for a second and we tried to talk to you, but you refused to. If you want to... Hey! There we go. We've got someone there. We've got company. Where are we calling from? God bless you both for not leaving me high and dry. What's going on in the background there? Where are you calling from? Oh. Oh, good God. Sending love. Thank you so much for the call-in, guys. That was the amazing occult fan. Apparently doing the infamous Pink Floyd listen through for, I can't remember if it was Pulse he was on or just if he said Dark Side of the Moon. What a absolute soldier. Let me double check here. Let's do another update on the drop, the batches. Okay, over almost half sold. We have just within the first minute now of the VIP being publicly available, the link being publicly available, almost half the batch is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been warned. The UFO stuff, yeah. Got another email about that this morning. Not sure where I stand on that. Curious what your thoughts are. If you are a true believer or not. I think there's a big crossover with our community of pedal fans, pedal nuts that you all are. Greedy little pedal pigs. Also, we've just added the PayPal link to the drops for the first time because there was some issues with PayPal at the start. I know a lot of people prefer using PayPal. We've listened to you, and now we've acted on those requests, and the PayPal link is now active on the drop zone. If you trust PayPal, if you don't trust the cabal that is Stripe, which I completely understand. Okay, there we go. Thank you for the DMs. It is working. We have a liftoff. Yeah, we'll keep feeding you these drops of these limited edition batches as long as you want. I think it's great that these small builders can. Thank you. I think it's great that these small builders can get a place to release these tiny ones, tiny batches to you all. I'm curious, and JHS, I just got the email this morning. JHS have released I only briefly looked at it before I started the stream, but I think they released some sort of signature guitar this morning, of all mornings. Before we go live, they had to do that, didn't they? Had to undercut us. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy nut, but there's a bit of a pattern there. No, we love JHS, the great JHS. I'm curious what that looks like. Has anyone else had a look at this yet? Have I, in the chat, has anyone seen the new JHS? Giving them free advertising here to our thousands of watchers. And there are thousands of watchers. Just adjusting the screen there a little bit. The Moldy Peach Fuzz. This is a stunner from Berserker. Look, Berserker always make beautiful stuff. He's got such a good, especially the new line. He's released like a new line of pedals, I think this year. Really nice, standardized, kind of recognizable design with that amazing Berserker build quality that everyone loves. I get so many emails directly from... Yes, well done. I get so many emails directly from from NotPedals, I guess, customers and followers about Berserker's stuff. And we're getting some love hearts in the chat, you beautiful people. Some people would call us pedal nerds. Some would call us pedal freaks. I don't. I just think we're committed. Not being committed to the cause. It does seem that the Zoom room is a little bit... We've got room in the Zoom room, do we? We've got room in the Zoom. If you wanted to hit that link, I dare you. Call us up. Tell us what you think about the new JHS guitar. I think it's a collaboration with someone. I could be completely wrong. Tell us what you think about the Berserker Electronics drop, which is the beautiful Moldy Peach. Over to my right there. I don't know if that works. Look at that. Hope we're enjoying the Drop Zone room. This is our beautiful studio here in Melbourne, Australia. I just came back from Canada where I had the great pleasure of seeing some amazing musical acts, including the infamous Rat Boys, which was fantastic. In Vancouver, the beautiful Vancouver. Got to chat pedals with those guys as well, which was very, very cool. Oh my god, I can't get enough of this stuff. It's an addiction, but it's probably a good one, isn't it? Maybe I'll get some money from A&W. My favourite root beer, the only root beer I'll drink. Everything else I'll refuse. All right. Okay. Now let's do a little drop update. By the way, in the chat, feel free to get involved. If there's any questions you've got, please do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed of your questions. Oi, 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 oi. More. Gone. Well done. Raf. I don't know if you're watching. Raf is a long-time supporter of NotPedals.com and of Berserker. Big Berserker fan. Raf snared one. Let's see how the PayPal... Are people using... What are your thoughts? Do you want PayPal? Does it make a difference? Do you care? Or do you just want... Oh, okay, you do care because you're using the PayPal link. Boom. Yes, the batch is almost over half done now. Traditionally, we've done these batches for a couple of days, these drops. Sold over a couple of days. I think as they get more popular, we're compressing it into a few hours, really. So the batch is very small, this Berserker batch of the Moldy Peach, never to be released again. But there's still a few left, is what I'm saying. It's going quickly, there's still a few left. Chat, where are you at? Where are you from? I'm here to connect with people because I don't want to just be sending emails all the time. God, I'm sick of the emails. I love you all, but I'm sick of the emails. Keep emailing me, hello@notpedals.com if you want. But I much prefer to do this, to be honest. We also, look, maybe we're going to go to the James interview, and I'll talk about this after. This is the interview the chat I had with James from Berserker about the Moldy Peach, which is the pedal you've just bought, if you're one of the people who has gotten in so far on the batch, which is selling out quickly. It's on the screen to... Oh my god, it's chaos. It's on the screen here. Gold hardware, limited batch, each one is numbered on the back. James talks about that. We couldn't have him live because he's had to go away to a thing today, this evening, which we completely understand. We love you, James. We love everything you're doing. We love the Moldy Peach, this limited batch, the Royal Fuzz. So we're going to jump to the interview now with James, and we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, James from Berserker, thank you so much for joining us, mate, on our first ever live stream. The limited Royal Fuzz Edition Moldy Peach is what we've dropped. Thank you so much for being a part of it. It's a real thrill. I feel like you've made an overdrive pedal, without saying weird, but an overdrive pedal for people who don't necessarily want an overdrive pedal. What's the origin? Tell us about the origin of this pedal, this Royal Fuzz Moldy Peach.
Yeah, first off, thanks for having me, man. Excited about this drop, and it's a pleasure to be part of like the first live stream you've got here. So congrats on all the success with NotPedals so far. It's been awesome to be a part of. But yeah, so the Moldy Peach, I started designing that around 2015, honestly. Really the goal was to get something as versatile as possible.
Yep.
They could cover those kind of, overdrive sounds, but also get into kind of a raunchier fuzz territory. I feel like there's not a lot of pedals who can do both well. They have options of doing one or the other, but they're usually very limited in their range there. So that was kind of the ultimate goal that I had in mind. I think the other part was, I like tube screamers a lot, but they have a lot of compression, and when you're stacking a lot of compression, it limits you quite a bit. So I wanted something that was a little bit more dynamic until you turn up that fuzz control, and then it gets a little bit more bassy, a little bit more compressed in the signal. So that was kind of the main goal, and it's honestly been like a decade of development, just on and off, like refining it. It's kind of like writing a song, where it's like, okay, this is like 90% there, and I hear the final version in my head, but it's not there yet. And so I feel like this iteration is really the culmination of like 10, 11 years of working on this design. So I feel like this is it. Feels pretty good.
Yeah, and you sent me, I think when we were planning this drop a while back, you sent me an image of one of the early Moldy Peaches that was like 10 years ago or something on your board. I might try and pull a picture up of it. That was one of the early iterations, wasn't it, of what became the Moldy Peach?
Yeah, it was. I think it started out kind of like I was messing around with like a red llama circuit,
Yeah.
and it's evolved significantly since then. But yeah, it's just the two knobs and trying to like get that fuzz sound and how can I tame it. And so rather than going the other direction, which is taking that dry sound and how can I make it
Yeah.
muddier.
And I think you've been really purposeful about this. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've made that sweep from, like, it's been really important to you. It seems like that sweep from sort of a clipping overdrive into a full fuzz is smooth, like all the way across the dial. It's amazing how, and you can see it in the demo. If people haven't watched the demo, we've got a link to it, but you can see as you cruise through the gain stages, it just stays smooth the whole way.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I feel like from a design perspective, one thing I try to focus on, like kind of two main things. So the first one is you got to be able to plug it in and not need a user manual.
Yep.
It's like, especially when you're dealing with more than three knobs. And if you do need some guidance, I actually put some on the very bottom of the pedal, just so you don't need that user guide at all. But the
I love
second
that.
thing is, you got a pedal with 4+ knobs. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to turn it on and you're going to put everything at noon. And so that's kind of my first barometer is like, and everything needs to sound great at noon.
Yep.
And then you can kind of tweak the tapering from there to make sure that everything is in a workable, usable range rather than giving just this, you turn the knob a little bit and a lot of change happens. So I spent a lot of time getting the tapering and the values like just right for each of the controls.
Yeah, and you don't seem to get that drop off when you dial the game back as well. It keeps a lot of its characteristics. Even you don't get that with some of those gain sweeps. You do get that drop. It feels like there's like a step down almost. Doesn't do that. Have you got one of the pedals? I think you've got the first one you built there, the sort of not prototype, but the first one you've built for the batch. And show the back of it.
Yeah.
I'd love to show people the back with the
Yeah.
instructions as well.
So let's see if
It's
the image
it
is good
looks
here.
fantastic.
So this is number 6. I have
Yep.
a tendency of keeping number 6 for any releases because it's more fun to have number 1 out in the wild for folks. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
true.
got some collaboration stuff, some cool gold text. Got this on the bottom here.
Love the
Um,
heel. It looks
yeah,
amazing.
got some cool gold hardware that is harder to find than you might think. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very excited about it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but just for the listeners, you're never going to do this colorway again. This version's a one and done for this drop.
For sure. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass getting all this gold stuff, man, especially the input jacks. So it's like I think that's a big part of it, but also, when you're advertising something as limited, you want to make sure it stays limited. So like I feel like it's kind of cheating folks a little bit if you say, "Hey, limited release," and oh, that went well, let's
12
do it
months
again.
later, we're doing it again. Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. So yeah, this is a one and done for sure.
All right, that's great to hear. Do you think, as a builder, do you think pedals are getting weird again? Like JHS just dropped their glitch delay, ring modulator. I think they did a bit crusher as well in their
Yeah.
basics range. Where do you think we're at? They've been doing fuzzes and overdrives and utilities for a long time. Does that signify anything? Where do you think we're going with that?
That's a really good question. Yeah, I feel like I get the impression, I mean, it's just such a saturated market. There's so many companies out there and they're all trying to differentiate themselves just a little bit. And I feel like that's kind of one sector where you can, kind of still find a lane that you can live in and set yourself apart from a lot of the other brands. I mean, putting an overdrive pedal on the market, like the Moldy Peach, I mean, there's a million drives out there. So it has to be like the perfect pedal to really be able to compete with the big guys.
Yeah, you get
So
to
yeah,
focus in. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, but I think, people are also I don't yeah, it's hard to put my finger on. I feel like people are getting weirder again about certain effects for sure. And I think, part of it too is like some of the small builders just tweaking things and seeing what happens. And it's like, man, that's a really cool effect. Like, let's see if I can package that. Let's see if I can refine it into something much cooler. A really cool example, if you haven't heard of it, the Fruit Effects. They have the frog pedal. Have you seen that?
It's great, and I love Fruit Effects. They were one of the early
Yeah,
builders on NotPedals. He consistently makes really good stuff.
fantastic. Yeah, I love that thing.
Yeah, yeah. It feels like there's a bit more permission for builders now, or people are being a bit more responsive maybe to that kind of thing. I know for a long time it was just builders making their iterations of the classics, the top five. But that leads on to my next. I wanted to ask you, what do you think smaller boutique builders know maybe or can do that bigger brands can't?
Hmm. I mean, I can only speak, from my own perspective. I don't have a marketing team or any kind of marketing angle. I hate marketing, to be honest with you, man. I'm so terrible at advertising on Instagram. I kind of want to just be old school and say, hey, I made a pedal. If you like it, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. You know.
Yep.
But I'd say like unlike the big boys that have to, they think about cool, like we need to focus on a larger target audience. I design pedals for me. I mean, if you look at my main pedal board, it's just mostly my pedals because it's like, hey, I like that effect, but I wish it did this differently. I'm going to tweak it. Cool. It does exactly what I want. And I made it for me. And if other people like it out there, that's fantastic. And they don't, that's cool too. But it's like, I kind of am like the initial target audience. And so I feel like I can be a little bit more specific about designs and not focus too much on like how many people are going to resonate with this. It's more just like, even if a few people do and they resonate a lot with it, that's worth a lot more to me.
Yeah, you're like a kid in a candy store, but you own the candy store.
Yeah, right.
I love that. And look, I get a lot of emails from you. You're obviously hitting a mark because I get emails from NotPedals customers and followers who, as soon as you release something, grab it. They're obsessed. They're excited about this drop. So it's obviously
So cool, man.
It's obviously
Yeah.
working, man. Okay, I've got some rapid fire questions for you. Favorite pedal
Okay.
ever? Favorite pedal ever?
Oh man. Just shooting from the hip.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Rat.
Nice.
Just
Good
Rat.
choice.
It can do everything. Yeah.
Okay, delay into fuzz or fuzz into delay?
Ooh, depends on what you want to do.
The important questions.
I prefer fuzz into delay.
Yeah, nice. Okay. One pedal you regret selling the most. We've all done it. What's a pedal you regret selling?
Oh man. I bought a Klon KTR when they first came out for like 180 bucks, and it is not worth 180 bucks anymore. I wasn't a huge fan of it, to be honest, which is why I sold it pretty quickly, but it would have been nice to hold on to and just get a couple of hundred extra bucks.
It's surprising how many people say that to me. I've heard that story before. I got rid of it. I wasn't a big fan of it. I wasn't a huge
Yeah.
fan of it, so I ended up selling it. Last one. What's one pedal every guitarist should try?
Ooh. It's boring, but 90% of the time it's going to fix everything. An EQ, MXR 6-band EQ, Boss GE7, like it will fix all those nooks and crannies that you're still trying to kind of figure out in your rig.
Good call. Really good call. Okay, final reminder. It's a limited batch. It's a super limited drop. They're already going now. It's an exclusive colorway. Once they're gone forever. What's next for Berserker? If you've got anything you want to, is there anything sort of in the pipeline or?
Oh man, so I spent a lot of time over the past probably 9 to 12 months just kind of refining the whole lineup. So I've got kind of a universal look right now in format, and so I've had a couple of new releases come out recently, and some refinements of existing pedals like the Moldy Peach. So near future, hopefully not having any more releases anytime in the next few months because it just man, it's so much effort doing that all at once. What I really want to do is start expanding into visiting some of these pedal shows. I'm seeing that like just my buddies all over Instagram going to these things, and just the pedal community is just so fantastic. It's amazing, and it's very small, but it's very hardcore. And I mean, everybody just is awesome, And so just being a part of that's a pleasure, and I just kind of want to continue to increase my involvement in it.
You're not wrong. And look, we're doing this live stream because I think there's so many great people in the community. I want a space where everyone can be, and it's not just people emailing us, which we get a lot. You get a lot as a builder. I get running NotPedals. It's Thursday night. We're recording this, but hopefully there's people on the stream. They're enjoying it. They're enjoying hearing from you, and I get it. Being able to go out there and connect with people in real life. What an awesome thing to be able to do, James. Thanks so much for taking the time, man. I know you're busy. This Royal Fuzz edition, this limited batch of the Moldy Peach is beautiful. Thank you so much for taking part in it, man.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, we'll see you soon. Fantastic. James from Berserker Electronics. Thanks, mate, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the chat directly from the builder. Where else can you get the builder discussing the pedal, the beautiful Moldy Peach Royal Fuzz limited batch? Let's have an update on the drop. We are now at oh my gosh. Yeah. Batches sold quicker than I thought. Well done, everyone who has grabbed one so far. They are flying out the door. We'll keep the drop open until it sells, till the batch sells out. Stream will go for a little bit longer. I'm curious what you think of. Have you got a favorite Berserker pedal maybe as well? We have got room in the knot line. If anyone wants to join, the link is in the chat. Come in and say hi. Tell me what you think about the pedal. Tell me what you think about Berserker. Tell me what you think about the stream. Tell me what you think about the UFO disclosure. Tell me what you think about the new JHS. I think it's with Built. Looks amazing. Again, not saying they're purposely undercutting the stream with the release this morning or this evening. Interesting timing. Also, get on... You know what? I wasn't sure if I was going to say this, but I've just remembered it. Get on Reddit Guitar Pedals. Tell them about the stream. I've attempted to post. I've posted there a few times. Can't self-promote. Completely understand that. Don't want to self-promote too much. Want to get the word out there about NotPedals. Want to spread the word about the small builders we work with. Want to spread the word about the limited batch drops. Don't want to go too hard on that myself, obviously. And I think the mods maybe, you know, had to get one. Here we go. I love the Velcro as well. Isn't it a beauty? I'm just catching up. Different color has to be doing something good. That makes 5 NotPedals in the past months. Probably overdoing it. Some would say it's an addiction. Some would say it's a hobby. Some would say you're supporting small builders. I need glasses, I think. I'm trying to read your username. Cactus Pete. We love you, Cactus Pete. Berserker loves you. James loves you. The community loves you. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoyed the chat with James. I'll try and get him live. We spoke about maybe I'll get him to call in live on one of the future streams. We're going to do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is New York time, 5 p.m. LA, West Coast, all of that. It's Monday day and it's Tuesday day in Australia. Every fortnight we're switching to a fortnightly drop. We were doing the weekly drops. It was getting pretty intense. It's a lot of work. You're welcome. And we decided we're going to switch to fortnightly drops from now on, so we can put in the work. We can get the builders on. We can do a stream. All of that sort of stuff. Which I hope you enjoy. I hope you're enjoying it. Tell me in the chat, what do you think? Also, what do you want to see? If there's something different you want to see on the streams, if you've got ideas, share them. I don't know if I'll do any of them, to be completely honest. But we take it on board. We take it all on board, we do. I am curious as well, if you've got any builders. We've got quite a few of the future drops planned because we want to plan them in advance so the builders have got time to put together a prototype. Basically it's a good space for the builders to go, I'm going to try this new thing in a tiny little batch, which we love, and then, you know, see how it goes. They're all limited batches. They're all never coming back again. That's the deal. But if you've got some builders you would like to see, maybe that aren't on my radar, maybe who I haven't spoken to, maybe who aren't aware of NotPedals or what we do, put it in the chat. Send me an email, hello@notpedals.com. I love meeting new builders and I love hearing what they're doing. Much the same as I love hearing about these aliens. I know I keep harping on about it, but that shit's crazy. What is going on there? Are there aliens out there? Is there something going to happen soon? People keep talking about online about disclosure. By the way, I think don't hold me to this. Don't hold me to anything in these streams. It's very off the cuff, obviously, but I think we're going to get off Instagram. That shit is toxic. I don't have socials myself, just as Alex. We've obviously got the NotPedals one, so we can share updates and promote the builders and that sort of thing. But I think we're going to get... I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I hate having to put shit up there. Ugh, people get addicted to it. Instagram is meta, purposely making people addicted to it. I think we're going to get completely off Instagram. We're going to kill the Instagram. I'm saying it. We're going to kill the Instagram. We're going to go straight. We're going to go hard, just lean into YouTube because they're so much less toxic. It's still pretty toxic, but less addictive. It's been proven. They use the same marketing companies as the cigarette companies and shit like that. So we're going to lean into YouTube and post everything on YouTube. So if you're watching this or you're watching a replay and you haven't subscribe to the channel. That's not a subscribe to the channel. I'm just saying pragmatically that we won't be posting updates to Instagram and stuff like that. It'll be YouTube and email, which is what I love. Now... just checking this. Let me just check the drop numbers, guys, and see how we're looking. Hope you can hear me clearly. We had the entire system shut itself this like an hour before the stream. Oh boy. More. Batch is selling very quickly. Opened to the public about half an hour ago. All of the vultures have come in, they're picking the bones. People are using PayPal, so I think we'll keep the PayPal link as a payment option on the drops moving forward. Of course, if you have any questions about the pedal, about the drop, jump in the Zoom, jump in the Not line, post your comments on the YouTube chat if you wish. We'd love to be able to chat with you people. That's basically what we're doing this for. I hope, again, all of the mothers out there had a fantastic Mother's Day. The early birds have snapped up a big chunk of the batch. There was an issue with the passcode, and I will be looking deeply into that. There could be some sort of conspiracy going on there to try and stop all of you early birds from snapping up the batch. We did sell a lot of this batch in the early birds VIP 15 minutes that you get. It opened to the public half an hour ago, sold a lot more then again. So you would say it's a successful drop. I would say so far, looking at the numbers, successful drop. James from Berserker, well done. It's a beautiful pedal. Look at it. It's stunning. I'm going to I always try and get one, but obviously they're limited batches that the builders make for these drops. So I never want to, steal one that could be for another person. I think we're going to wrap up soon. Unless anyone's got any questions, shoot them in the YouTube chat or pop them in the come into the Zoom Not line, which is pinned as a comment. The link. You are all welcome. We will be doing this again next Monday night. No, fortnightly. We'll be announcing the pedal, and it's a doozy. The next drop after this one in 2 weeks is all planned and locked in, and you're going to freak. You're going to love it. You're going to lose your minds. Yeah. Any other questions you've got, feel free. Suggestions for the stream. Again, I probably won't listen to them, but if you've got suggestions for the stream, email them hello@notpedals.com. Say hi to me. I know I'm trash talking the emails, but excuse me. I love getting them. I really do. They brighten my day up and they make me feel like it's all worth doing. We're all pedal addicts here. We can be honest about that. It's a safe space to say that. And we're going to get in with the next drop. There will be a live call-in with some of the builders, which I'm very much looking forward to. Let's do a little check on the old NotPedals. Oh, look at this. Somebody just bought congratulations to Tyler, who just bought a Plover Drive. Oh, the beautiful Galar Core effects. If you're a fan of pedals and you are not looking at Galar Core effects out of Melbourne, Australia, no affiliate, just, one of the builders that we have who I love on notpedals.com. That may have been the last plover drive we had in stock. I'm not sure. It's just been purchased by the fantastic Tyler. Tyler, if you're in the chat, say hello. Don't be shy. We love it. What have I missed here? Have I missed anything in the chat? I just don't want to leave you guys out in the cold as if I don't care, because I do care. You are my people. One more quick little thank you so much. One more quick little update. Let's have a look at the batch numbers. How are we going with the Berserker Electronics Moldy FUZZ? Moldy Peach. I always get that confused, and I bought some peaches the other day and I thought of this pedal. Another one, another two, another three, another four, another five, another six. Another six have gone since the last chat. That means this batch is going to sell out quicker than I think any batch we've ever had. I say that with a fair degree of certainty. What's in the comments there? Why can't I see the goddamn comments? Had to get a purple peach. Lucy, well done. Congratulations. Wonder what number you'll get, because I do know James is very big on the law and chronology of numbering the pedals, as you know most builders are, but particularly with these small batches, obviously they're very small numbers. So I'm curious. Also, next week, yes, congratulations, Lucy. Well done. We're going to have a giveaway next stream. We're going to have a pedal giveaway. It's going to be a mystery pedal from NotPedals.com. It won't be associated with the builder who's doing the drop on the next one. And the date for the next one, obviously, is June 1st. So we've got today, we move into Fortnightly. June 1st is the next drop. And just as I'm mouthing off about Instagram, we're getting comments of love from people. Why do I do it? You can now hear the reel going. Thank you so much for the sweet comments from you all. I think a lot. Fire indeed. It's a beautiful pedal. One of our fastest selling drops. I'm going to put that out there. I haven't confirmed the numbers with the quant team yet, but I'm going to put this out there that I think this is the fastest selling drop we've had, which is fantastic. You guys are all great. Thank you so much for being part of this cult. I mean, community of pedal fans. It means the world to the small builders. You guys are getting something interesting and different. You know, I say this again, not to keep harping on about Reddit guitar pedals as if it's some sort of chip on my shoulder. I think there's a little bit of... There's certain big brands there that are not... AstroTurfing is a strong way of putting it, but there's certain big brands that just regularly get mentioned a lot, which is fine. But get on there. If you're a NotPedals fan, get on there. Spread the word. Share the stream link. Share the drop link. Post a photo of the pedal you got. I think I've been almost banned because I keep trying to promote these small builders that aren't part of the massive conglomerate machine that is Big Pedal, who I love. A lot of the builders I absolutely love. They're fantastic. Okay, we are getting up to knockoff time for this guy. I hope you've enjoyed our inaugural live stream. We're still working it out as we go. There's a lot of technical stuff that goes into this, so it doesn't sound like absolute shite. And I hope it doesn't. I hope it sounds reasonably clear, and you would be giving me feedback if it wasn't sounding clear. You'd be telling me in the chat, so I'm not making a fool of myself. I assume you can hear me talking. I assume you can hear the beautiful background music, the dulcet tones of music. All right, quick update. Let's look at the batch. I'm worried that it's going to sell out while I'm on the stream, and I won't shut it down, and we'll oversell, but we can't. I think I've limited it. Well done, Simon. Another one. Well done. Another 2, another 3, another 4. That's good. We love that on the standard checkout. Then let's check the PayPal heads. And of course, PayPal has logged me out. As they do. As they are wont to do. So the batch has hit the 3/4 mark. Well over that. It's like 40 minutes into the public access time. So I dare say this is going to sell out very quickly if you're on the fence. But I think most of the people in the chat here have already snapped one up. I would hope so if you're watching the stream. You've snapped one up. You're supporting Berserker. You're supporting NotPedals. You're supporting the small pedal builder community. And you're also getting a world-class limited edition, numbered Berserker Electronics pedal, never to be repeated again. These will never be made again. And on that note, we've got 2 minutes left before I need to exit. God bless you all for joining on the stream. We absolutely love you. We love those who have jumped in and grabbed a pedal, one of these beautiful Moldy Peaches from James. Would have loved to have chatted about UFOs a little bit more, but you're all very shy on the Not line. Maybe we need to push that out there a little bit more on June 1st with the next drop. We'll be announcing that one in about a week, the next drop, and it's a humdinger. You're going to absolutely love it, you are. Wherever you are in the world, whichever city you're watching from, whichever room, whichever phone, whichever screen you are dialing in from, please, I hope you are doing well. Oh, thank you so much. Roll off the bass a little bit. Tonku, thank you so much. If I could somehow award you with something financial or emotional, I would, but I'm just going to tell you I appreciate you. My dulcet tones are very bassy. I will get the tech team to look into this before the next drop. We want you to be happy. We want it to sound good. Maybe I need to run the vocals through Ableton or something rather than directly into the stream. Okay, we are at knockoff time. Hope you've enjoyed. I hope you will join us again for the next one. And good night and God bless. Be good to each other. Enjoy the pedal. You'll get an email if you've missed out, you've probably got a little bit of time now left to grab one. Otherwise, you'll miss out forever. Never repeated this batch of the beautiful Moldy Peach Fuzz, never to be repeated. Spread the word. Get on Reddit Guitar Pedals. Be our army. Tell people what they're missing out on. That's all I can ask of you. All right. Great to see you all. And we'll see you in the next drop.